tour, you're probably wondering what we loved and what we hated about it. So we're going to tell you what those are today.
Yeah, overall, we had a wonderful experience on the Carnival Radiance, and it was our first time cruising out of Los Angeles. So
yes.
That was also special. But let's get right into the ship, what we loved and what we hated. First thing I loved that was awesome at night is the rooms have a motion sensing light. So when you wake up in the night and you're walking around, either you're going to go maybe get a snack or you're going to go use the bathroom, whatever you're doing in the room, a little light will come on and it will be like a little night light. So you don't have to have anything plugged in. And it's just the right amount of light, I thought. So it was perfect. I love that. I don't know why all ships don't do that, but this one did, and it was great.
Yeah, it was really good because it was actually underneath, so it wasn't like up above where it was bright. It was underneath the closet door, right across from the bathroom, right before you get to the door out of the room. So it's actually the perfect spot also to put it, and like you said, the perfect amount of light that it wasn't going to wake you up, but enough that you could see where you were going.
Yeah, and this is not a new ship. And one of the reasons, one of the things that we love about it is that it is not. For this reason, there were plenty of elevators.
Yes.
We've had so many ships that we've been on lately that are new, and there's just not enough elevators.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they're reducing the number of elevators, or maybe reducing the number of areas that they provide elevators in, but I felt like we didn't have to go very far ever to get a set of elevators when we wanted to use it.
Yeah, that was awesome. What about entertainment?
Oh, lots of entertainment. We loved that about the Carnival Radiance because they had not only did they have tons of entertainment, lots of entertainment options, but they also had entertainment options well into the evening, which I think makes a really big difference. You don't feel like, you have to go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock because there's lots still to do around the ship later on into the evening.
Yeah, and just like everything else in the world these days, the newer the item or the hotel, the house, whatever it is, the cruise ship, the smaller the room. But this is not a new ship. So the rooms are big. And we love that about it too. So you definitely can tell a difference between a new ship and this type of ship. This was built when they didn't really care, like
that much about space and putting too much stuff onto a ship. The room is bigger, and that is something that we really enjoy. We get the balcony room a lot of times because we do like to sit in the room, and it is nice to be able to have such a good space for the two of us to use, with like the nice big sitting area, nice big desk area, and a nice balcony too.
Yeah. Another thing that kind of goes along with that is they did build into this ship plenty of space to hang out, just open spaces that you can walk into and just kind of sit and relax and enjoy. So we love that about it too.
Yes, like you said, a lot of the newer ships are taking all those spaces away to give you activities and things to do, which is good if that's what you're looking for. But on this particular ship, the Carnival Radiance, you've got a lot of spaces to just go and sit and read a book, or just go and just listen to music, nice and chill. It's really great. Lots of public spaces.
Yeah, and the thing about that too is a lot of ships, a lot of companies are cordoning off entire sections of the ship for like a suite class, and that's not something you'll find on the Radiance. So you have access to the entire ship, which is great. The older ships gonna give you that more than the newer ships.
Yeah.
Another thing we loved about this was how easy it was to get on and off. A lot of ships, it's not easy. I'm looking at you, MSC. I don't know why they make it so difficult.
It shouldn't be complicated. You think it's something, it cannot be that complicated, can it?
This ship, very easy to get on and off. We love that. Real quick, you don't want to wait in line 30 minutes to get on the ship after you've been out in the sun doing stuff. So we really appreciated that. What about some stuff we didn't like?
Okay, if you've watched our channel at all, I am a huge thermal suite fan, and usually Carnival has really nice thermal suites, and that was unfortunately one of the disappointments of the Carnival Radiance. Was their thermal suite was nowhere near as good as any of their other ones. It was so small in this tiny little corner of the ship, and it didn't feel like a luxurious space, how we're used to. Even on most Carnival ships, is probably the first one we've been on, which with such a small thermal suite space.
Yeah, it's not worth paying extra to do, and we normally do that, but on this one, save your money, just go to the pool or the hot tub, or just sit somewhere else.
Well, this one was included in our room, so we didn't pay extra, thankfully, but I would have been very disappointed if I paid extra for that space. It was not worth it.
Not worth doing. The next thing we didn't like is something that seems to be like, I can't even understand why they engineer things like this, but so they have a walking track, which is good because you want to do some walking. They have a smoking area, which is good for people that want to smoke. They don't need to join these two things together. So the walking track is above the smoking area. So as you're walking around, you basically are inhaling smoke while you're exercising. That's not
as fun if that's not what you're intending to do.
Not a good design. No, that's not a good design. But you do see that a lot. I don't know.
Yes.
They just think there's no other place to put it, but. There are ships that don't have that feature, so there is a way you can do it. Radiance did not do that. It's not good.
Yeah. The next thing on our list of things we did not like was the buffet. The buffet space was so small, and it felt really like confined. Usually it's like an open, big space. This felt like they were just shoving us into like a room or a corner or something. It always felt like there wasn't enough seating, and it felt like the choices were extremely limited.
Yeah, it was not as good as some of the other Carnival buffets that we've been on. And it's not the biggest deal on Carnival because you do always have Guy's Pig and Anchor, and you have Guy's Burger Bar, and those are amazing.
Iguana. There's lots of other places to eat, but
so overall the food is not a negative, but the buffet was a negative amongst the buffet. So that's a slight negative, but overall we still do like Carnival food quite a bit. So.
Just on the Carnival Radiance, just know that the buffet area, if that's a place, some people only like to eat in the buffet area for the most part when they're on a cruise because they just want to get in, get out, and just be done with dinner, and they don't want the whole experience. If that's you, you're not going to like it on this ship.
Yeah. Okay, so another one is they have limited TV channels, and there's no sports. So, I know a lot of people won't care about this, but I do care. And I know some of you will care. Back me up on this. Because if you're on this ship and something's happening, college football game you want to see or something, you're not going to see it.
No.
Unless you're in a port where you can stream it because you have cell phone coverage. But for the most point, the TV was pretty terrible. And that's as far as cruise ships go. Generally, it is pretty bad. This was even worse. This one was pretty bad. It was so limited. I mean, you don't really want to watch like the news when you're on a ship, or they had a huge assortment of channels for the ship, about ship things, about ports and things like that. Like way too many of those, and not enough of any of the other ones. I don't know. Is anybody ever watching like the jewelry presentations they have on those channels on the TV in your stateroom? Let me know in the comments if you watch that. But the TV was pretty bad, but that's kind of a minor thing. Yeah, and, it is because you're not spending a ton of time watching it. But like you said, if you're looking for a particular like sporting event or something, you're likely not going to get that on this ship. Yeah, I like to watch like a game 10 o'clock at night, see if there's a hockey game or a basketball game or something on. You're not going to do that here. So bring your shows, download them to your iPad, bring them on your phone, and you'll be just fine. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Those are the things that we loved and hated about the Carnival Radiance. We did have a good time on this ship overall. If you haven't seen our cabin tour, go check that out here on the channel, as well as the ship tour, because you'll get to see a little bit of everything on the ship. And if you have any questions about what we loved or hated, or comments, you can leave those down below. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and we'll see you on the next ship.